Hello everyone, my name is Teresa Lewis and I'm the Director of the Office of Small and Disadvantaged Business Utilization. Today we are providing training to the reviewers and the final approvers on the Procurement Forecast Data Repository system. Today we want to take time to help you understand your roles and responsibilities. The Procurement Forecast is the system that is designed for informational purposes. It is used to provide industry, whether large or small, advanced information on upcoming procurement opportunities. It was originally designed to give small businesses an opportunity to prepare for participation in HHS procurement opportunities. Our goal is to increase small business participation. So today I've asked our contractor, Insight, to join us in providing training on the procurement forecast system and your role in implementing the system. So, Chris, I just want to welcome you to HHS and thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you.
So,
all right, I'm going to get started.
All right. Well, thank you, Chris.
Thanks, Teresa. Good morning. I'm very excited to see you today and to discuss your roles and responsibilities as a reviewer, final approver for the Procurement Forecast Data Repository. Very excited about your role as a reviewer. Your job is to take the contract opportunities that have been created in the system by the contract opportunity originators and move them in the review process or finally approve them to be viewed online by the public. And so what we're going to do today is we're going to go through some PowerPoint slides to kind of discuss the ins and outs of the system and what you'll be doing, and then we'll actually look at how to log into the system and what it looks like on the website. So again, this is training on your roles and responsibilities for being a reviewer, final approver for the PFDR. And the PFDR's purpose, again, is to provide internal HHS users a centralized access point and repository for procurement info, as well as provide industry a centralized entry point for viewing HHS procurement information. As a reviewer, your responsibilities are to review contract opportunities entered in by originators, to review, edit, or correct any data that they've put in, and then to approve or disapprove those opportunities. As a final approver, you are the end of the line for a contract opportunity, and when you click that approve button, it moves from the workflow process that it's gone through to get to you to public and available online for the public to see. So first, for a reviewer or final approver, when a contract opportunity originator puts in an opportunity into the system, when they click submit for approval, it will generate an email, and as a reviewer or approver, you'll receive an email, and it looks like this. And I'll go ahead and read it because it's kind of hard to see, but it says, you're receiving this email from the Health and Human Services Procurement Forecast Data Repository because you've been assigned as a reviewer or approver on a contract opportunity workflow. Please review the contract opportunity information, make any changes necessary, and then choose approve or disapprove on the contract opportunity page, which can be viewed on the contract opportunity name above. And as you see, that contract opportunity where it has the title is a blue link. And so when you get the email, if you click on that link, it will take you directly to the page where you would review the contract opportunity. It would bring you here to the contract opportunity information form. When you click on the link, it takes you to this form with all the information filled out that was filled out by the contract opportunity originator. And at the very bottom of the screen, options. You'll see a save, disapprove, approve, or cancel button. And so as a reviewer or final approver, you'll use those four buttons to work with this contract opportunity. Now, if you need to, you may need to edit the contract opportunity. And so here's some information on the form. When you get into there, all of the fields are text fields or drop-down boxes. The drop-down boxes already have the data you'll select from those options like contract type, and competition type, requirement type, funding and contracting operating division, fiscal year contract range and total contract range, as well as the NAICS code. Gives you a type ahead autocomplete kind of thing that will allow you to choose the correct NAICS contract opportunity. So when you get to the very bottom, you'll see those four options: save, disapprove, approve, or cancel. If you click save, it will save any changes you've made to this opportunity and take you back to the listings page. Clicking save does not move this contract opportunity through the workflow. In other words, if you're a reviewer, clicking save does not move it to the next part of the review process. All it does is save what changes you've made. If you click disapprove, it will actually save any changes that you've made and give you a comments box. Every disapproval has to have comments on the disapproval, and so you'll enter in your comments and click save, and it will take that contract opportunity and actually move it back to the beginning of the workflow, and send it back to the contract origination team. So the folks that actually put in the information in the first place, it will send an email to them that says this contract opportunity has been disapproved, and it will have your comments as to why. If you click approve, save any changes that you've made and move it in the workflow process to the next review group. If you're the final approver, clicking that approve button will save those changes and make that contract opportunity public online to the public on the public-facing Procurement Forecast Data Repository. Now, here and you read everything over and you don't want to interact with it, you don't want to save anything, you don't make any changes, you don't want to make a decision at that point, you can click that cancel link, and that will take you back to the contract listings page. So whether you've disapproved or approved, that's the successful contract opportunity review. So now that you've reviewed or approved the contract opportunity, the emails are generated by the system and sent to the next group of users to review that specific contract. And again, once that contract's approved by the final approval group, that is posted publicly online. So let's get into ways that you would interact with these contract opportunities. If you were to go to the web address pfdr.hhs.gov and log in, and we'll cover logging in just a second, it will bring you to opportunities listings page, and you'll see any contracts that are in there, contract opportunities that are in there, and so if you need to find contract opportunities that are relevant to you as a reviewer, at the very top we've included some searching functionality. You can click on that quick search right under the keyword search, and it will give you some options. At the very top is contract opportunities awaiting my review. If you click on that link, it will actually reload the page with the contract opportunities that are waiting for your review as a reviewer or final approver. At that point, you would click on a green button, and I'll show that in just a second. You'll click on a green button, edit and interact with it like we discussed before. Also on that page is a keyword search. It works very much like Google. You type in a search term and hit search, and it will return back those contract opportunities that meet those search parameters, as well as an advanced search that will allow you to really filter down what you're looking for. It gives you very much the same information that you would see on the contract opportunity information form, where you can specify a project title, a contracting office name, you can choose operating divisions for funding or contracting, as well as choosing a date range for the award date, period of performance start or end, so on and so forth. And so this will allow you to really granularly filter down what you're looking for in the search results. And again, here's the quick search. Not only is there a quick search that you can do for awaiting my review, but we've got some other quick searches in there as well, like contract opportunities from my organization, contract opportunities expiring at the end of the fiscal year, and so on and so forth. So once those opportunities load up, excuse me, you can click on the edit icon. It's a little green icon with a pencil in it, and that will take you to the contract opportunity information form, and you can edit those things: save, approve, disapprove, or cancel. And so, as well as on the contract opportunities page where it's listed, you can click on the headings above the information, and it will sort the data by that column. If you click on contract information, it will actually sort by the contract opportunity name. And so this is just a quick conclusion to the PowerPoint slides. We're going to go ahead and get into the site and logging in and actually move a contract opportunity from review to final approval. And so let's switch over to our site. Now, when you go to pfdr.hhs.gov, if you're not already logged in via single sign-on, you will see this screen, the NIH HHS secure single sign-on page. And so what you'll use your username in the username box, and you'll type in your password and you'll click login. When you click on that login, it will bring you to the Procurement Forecast Data Repository page. And as you can see, this is kind of what we were talking about. As a reviewer, you will get a listing of contract opportunities. Right now, just for the training and for testing, we just got 2 contracts in there right now. But you can see at the very top, we've got our keyword box for our keyword search, our quick search that gives you those quick search options. And then if you click this, you get the very large advanced search, which will allow you to search by filtering down that information. So we'll go ahead and click that back to keyword search. Another thing you'll see is it tells you exactly how many contract opportunities are in the system, and if there's more than 2, you can actually change the amount of records that it brings back from 10 to 25 to 50 to 100. And then we've also got pagination buttons at the top and bottom to move through pages 1 through whatever you get when there's more opportunities in there. So as you can see, testing contract 1 is already visible and live to the public because there's no green or red icon available. Now, for you as a contract reviewer, you will see the green and red icons, and if we click the green one, we'll get our contract opportunity information form. You can see that the information is already filled out for us. Now, this does not have an NAICS code, so I'm going to go ahead and put one in. And there we go. So as a reviewer, I've made a change. We currently have 1 point of contact and 1 place of performance. These contract opportunities can actually have multiple places of performance and multiple points of contact. And then down here at the bottom, we've got our workflow panel. Now, our workflow panel says that this contract has been created and it is pending submission, and it has not been yet submitted for approval. So as a contract originator, I would have clicked on submit for approval, and it would have made this contract move through the workflow. So I'm going to go ahead and click that, and comments. Okay, and you'll see it's brought us back to the contract opportunity, and I'll click that again. And this is how you'll see it as a contract opportunity reviewer. And so currently it is pending approval. It is in workflow step 2 of 3. It will tell you who the workflow step members are. Also see the history of this contract opportunity. So it was created, it was set to step 1, which was the pending submission, and now it's in workflow step 2. Now, as a contract opportunity reviewer, I would make those changes and click save, disapprove, or approve. I think everything looks fine, so I'm going to go ahead and click approve, and I'll even put in some comments. Okay. I'll save that. And now what's happened as a contract opportunity, I have moved this contract opportunity from my workflow step into the next review group. Now what I've done is I've actually put myself in both places. I can show you what it looks like today. So as a final approver, I would have gotten an email that says this contract opportunity is ready for you to review, and I will click on that link that's in the email, and it will bring me here to the contract opportunity information form, and I will make sure everything looks correct. And as you can see, it was set to workflow step 3, and I can click comments, and it will show me any comments that were made when this was reviewed. And as you can see, we're at workflow step 3 of 3, which means this ends with me. If I click approve, it's live to the public. If I click disapprove, it will go all the way back to step 1 and available for the contract opportunity origination group to make those changes necessary. But I'm going ahead as a final approver, and I'm going to click approve. If I can spell correctly this morning. Now, when the public sees this contract opportunity, they will not see the workflow panel at the bottom, so they won't see any comments or anything like that. They will only see the contract opportunity. Okay, and as you can see, there's no more green or red icons for me as a reviewer. If I click on the testing contract 2, that it gives just the details information, so you can't edit or change anything. But on the public-facing website, there is no workflow box that has all this information. But you can see here, workflow complete, contract opportunity approved, and then you can click and view the comments for that. So,
Chris, I just want to thank you again.
It's my pleasure to be here. I'm actually very excited about seeing the system that our company and that your office has built, really to get out there and to see people using it, and you as reviewers and final approvers taking those contract opportunities and moving them from really origination through review and finally approval out to the public. And very excited to see the system go up and to start seeing those contract opportunities come in. So
all right.
Very excited.
Well, thank you for assisting us with conducting training today.
Very happy to be here. Thank
All
you.
right. Thank you, everyone.